Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you're listening to us from. I am Princess Benake, your regular host here on Holyhill Radio. Oh, something exciting is about to happen. You've been listening to different shows here on Holyhill Radio, but today we want to unveil something new, something fresh, something special, something necessary, something important for your health, for your well-being, and that is a show that will teach you about your fitness, about your health, about your well-being, your total well-being, everything you can think of. And that is why I am excited, because for me, I am learning, I am relearning, I am unlearning. So with me today, we have someone very special who will be the host of this show, not me. Yeah, I'll be the guest. Yeah. So make welcome our very own host for Faith in Motion, Michael. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. My name is Coach Michael.
Coach Michael.
I am the Chief Training Officer of Body Rocks Fitness Studios. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah. So you'll be wondering, he said he's excited, but he's not showing it. Yes, that's how fitness people they used to do. They'll just tell you, yeah, I'm okay, and that's how they deal with it.
We don't have that much pride. We don't have that much stoicism either.
It's all good, it's all good. So what are we expecting from this show? Faith in Motion.
Oh, Faith in Motion, it's more than a show. It's a wake-up call.
It's a wake-up
call to everyone who is going to be privileged to tune in, to join us, to listen. Particularly, it's to target the audience of believers who don't have the necessary insight on how to navigate their health, particularly on the need to be active, to have a fitness lifestyle. So this show generally is supposed to be a wake-up call, and not just being a wake-up call, but to also provide you actionable insights on how to go about navigating your health and fitness.
Actionable insights. So one thing is certain, it's a show that would be up every 5 p.m. on Thursdays. Okay, so if we look to it and we see your response, we see your comments on our page, we can actually say, yeah, we can make it twice in a week. But for now, we want to make sure you get the best of it, insights you need to keep yourself fitted. The year is already rounded up, and it's a new year for Holyhill Church. What do you have to say about
Oh yes, it's very much a new year. So happy New Year, Princess.
Happy New Year, Mike.
So it's a year that's been filled with achievements, lots to celebrate, lots to be grateful for, and also a year that I know a lot of persons, even the church as a whole, has hit certain milestones. And the new year now presents us with a blank slate, a new beginning, a chance to make things right that we didn't get right last year. An opportunity to set new targets and new resolutions as well. So, I mean, do you have some resolutions concerning your health?
Mine is not really like a resolution. So, as a kid growing up, we used to see people be like, in this new year, I will stop doing this, I will stop doing that. I would say my own resolution for a longer period of time has been about my intake of water. I looked at the fact that there are some things you can't really, even if you take all the medications, if you don't take enough water, you will still have that ailment inside of you. So for me, I just told myself that, Princess, you have to be the advocate that tells people to take enough water. Because if I take water, I am active, like nothing goes wrong. I'm pregnant, I'm always, so I got to a point I started asking people that, is there anything like excess water? Like if I take too much, and then that's like, I don't think. Also, like I said, I'm learning, relearning and unlearning, so I'll still hear from you. If there's anything like excess water, don't take too much of it, it's not good. But I don't know. But for me, my resolution is to make sure I am an ardent drinker of water.
That's a good one. That's a good place to start. I mean, our Proco doctor will be very proud of you. So having water as your go-to, it's a good one. You can't have an excess of water in your body. For you to get to that point, you have to be, I won't say compelled, but it has to be imposed on you so much so that you now start feeling like you're drowning, literally. Water in itself is quite important. I can't overstate the importance of water in the body. It's something that, as passive as we may believe it to be, it's one of the classes of food in itself, just by itself. So it's quite important to your health and your general well-being, particularly for brain function. So it's a very important one.
Oh, great. So for me, I see the need for people to listen to this show. If you're just joining us today, it's about faith. The title or the theme for this show is Faith in Motion. And faith in motion is your progressive movement in your health. People would want to be questioning, why do we call it faith in motion? Michael, why do you call it faith in motion? Not fitness in motion, gym in motion, but faith in motion.
That's a very good question. Well, faith in motion, I'm approaching the show from the standpoint of a believer.
Okay.
So, as a believer, our faith determines everything we do, what we subscribe to, what we believe, what we advocate in our day-to-day, what we take as fact, what we try to discard, and the values that surround our life. Our faith determines all of that. And it's important when you look at the way people view their fitness lifestyle. A lot of people don't really see it as priority. And there's a call for us to steward our bodies well as believers.
True.
More than, like Paul writing to the Corinthians, more than how it's read in context about stewarding your body as staying away from sexual immorality, but more as a recognition that your body is the temple of God, so you have to cater to it just as you would his building or your own home in general. And in the teaching in the series, The Trinity of Things, we saw that a lot of things exist in trees like that, and for the body it's the same way. It is the same way. So if I'm going to make reference to a car's engine, there are certain things that would have to be in order for an engine to function properly. So if we say for the car's engine, you have the fuel, you have the oil, you have the water. So decent levels of this and decent quality of this would make the engine function optimally.
Exactly.
The exact same way it is in our body. So for us as humans, it is a life of activity, that's exercise, our nutrition, and rest. Yes, those are the things that we need to get an optimal amount of for us to function properly. And oftentimes we find that most people just subscribe to one or subscribe to the need to balance one.
Yeah, they'll just tell you, let me just take only food, take good food, and put aside.
Yes, they'll just be like, oh, I'm eating well, I'm eating healthy. That's the norm, I'm eating healthy.
And sometimes they tag healthy as taking the, let me use the Nigerian, the rishi food. And what I have learned or what I've seen as eating healthy is not by putting plenty things, plenty proteins, and I think from over time we learned that it is balanced diet. When it is balanced diet, it is nutritious. So what do you have to say? The festive season is here. There's plenty rishi. What do we have to say so that we can maintain and have an healthy nutrition and healthy restful life, and also the part of the fitness and healthy fitness plan as well?
Okay, so if we're talking about nutrition now, I would say the first thing we'll have to be mindful of is obviously portion control.
Portion control.
You know when you're going overboard. You know. Yes, your stomach will tell you.
What if you don't know?
You would know. You would know when you're going overboard. So a decent portion for an adult would be, they'll say, the size of your fist. So if you have a portion that is about the size of your fist, the stomach in itself as an organ is about the size of a grown fist. That's the actual size of the stomach. So over time, the way you eat now affects how the stomach either enlarges or contracts. And we find that in this side of the globe, we tend to eat in large amounts. For some of us, we have a positive testimony for that. While for some others, the size of our gut can show that we are not having a positive testimony from that. So, portion-wise, a decent bowl of food would suffice. Greed in itself is a sin. Gluttony is also a sin. Yes. So that should inform your decision on how you can moderate your portions. Then on the actual food, I would say think God-made over factory-made. That's what I would say. Think whatever I'm eating, it has to be something that grows naturally, something that is healthy, something that is very much biodegradable as compared to something that is made in the factory and obviously made to maximize gain. That's what I'm going to say towards nutrition.
It's God-made instead of factory.
God-made over factory-made.
Yeah, so I'm a mother of 2 kids. and then I see the way kids are looking forward to take all the junks. Mommy, I want this, I want this sweet. But with this, you just said, it's God made instead of factory made. It now informs me of the fact that as I am raising my kids, I should be able to make them love natural food. Natural food. Instead of me giving them, so you're listening to us today and then you're wondering, but my kids like to take this junks, this soda, this. There's a place of you bringing your kids and letting them enjoy fruits. Make vegetables for them. I think that would...
Well, the lifestyle or a diet lifestyle in itself can be inherited. You might not really believe that, but it can be inherited. So if your kids in their impressionable years have gotten used to you bringing in junk food, they've gotten used to you catering to their need for sugar, the sugar rush in itself, you find that over time that would be their go-to. That's what they want. We now live in a society where if a father wants to dot on their kid, they'll take them to the best eateries. They'll take them to, and it's mostly going to be eateries that would serve confectionaries or fast food. So it's something that we need to turn away from and think more, after a Sunday service, let's go to the fruit market instead. Let's look for natural sweeteners. There's dates, there's watermelon, let's look for natural sweeteners as opposed to factory-made confectionaries. The soda... Ice cream, yeah. So that's where our mind should be at. If you can get your kids to love all of this food as opposed to loving the junk food, you won't have a problem. Your kid will be growing up telling you, it's been a while I ate broccoli. You will find that hard to believe, but you will see that.
Right.
Yeah. Your kid will tell you, it's been a while I had broccoli with this, it's been a while I had carrots with this. So,
exactly.
So that's where we should try to get our kids. That's the kind of lifestyle we should try to build around our nutrition.
So do you see that even on my show where we talk about parenting tips, young couples and parenting tips, we should actually just call Coach Mike sometimes for him to just come and teach us how to give our kids good food, because it will help their health as well. I want us to look into another part of this conversation around the part of fitness. What are the things we can do? We've seen the part of portioning our food. We talked about nutrition, rest, and also exercise. Can we look into the part of this exercise? How can we achieve that for starters or for second level, intermediate? There's an app I downloaded at some point. It was showing me all the exercises to do the beginner level, intermediate, the professional, or one thing senior level. I was just like, okay, let me follow. After this one, I will now move to the next level. I did all that. So I think that's why I'm here with you today.
Well, for getting an active lifestyle started, there is a whole lot you're going to find online. There's a whole lot you see on Instagram, and it can be so overwhelming. You can get flooded with so much data that you start thinking, when you start actually doing something, you start thinking, I think I saw something else that said this is wrong, so I need to start doing. So you just get swamped with a whole lot. But you can't really go wrong with walking. Yes, you can't go wrong with walking. If you don't have a program that you're running, or a program you're working with right now, you're at the very beginner level, you can't go wrong with walking. It is advised for a person to have about 150 minutes of physical activity in a week. And a lot of persons don't get that. So if you're looking at getting started, walking is the go-to exercise.
150 minutes in a week.
Yes.
Can we do a little mathematics? So if we do 150 minutes in a week, how can we share that daily? 150 minutes in a week.
So instead of daily,
and we have 7 days a week.
Yeah, instead of daily, I would say do 3 times a week. Do 3 times a week and make it 50 minutes each. If you have 50 minutes of activities 3 times a week spread across the 7 days of the week, you should get a decent level of engagement. So 3 times a week, 15 minutes, so long as you keep it at a decent pace, like the amount of activity you're doing, to keep it at a decent pace, so you're actually pushing yourself. Because rest is quite important as well.
Very, very.
Particularly when you're starting out, so that you don't feel overwhelmed, your muscles don't break down so much. Rest is actually quite important. So, and it will also help you not feel burdened by the adjustment that you're making in your lifestyle. You don't start feeling, this is a chore, or this is something I'm being subjected to against my interest.
So I can remember something during my service here. I my roommate did something very funny. She's on the chubby side, let me not say the fat side. She's on the big side. So she wake up in the morning, she wants to go for exercise. I don't know, she will just run around, do all the exercise. My brother, when she gets home, you see this portion you're talking of, she just start cutting big pieces. And I'm like, what's the essence of all this exercise? And you're loading yourself. So please tell our listeners that as much as they want to start off this exercise, don't finish the exercise that you've given us 50 minutes in 3 days, 50 minutes, and you get 150 minutes in a week. People will look at it and say, okay, if I do 3 times in a week, maybe I can now load up in between. If you load up like that, you're not doing yourself any good.
Yeah, so think about it this way. Think of your body as a bank account. Think of your body as a bank account. So whether it's the sleep, whether it's the exercise, whether it's your nutrition, you have an account. And what you put in would accrue to the account, and what you take out will reduce the account. That's how you should think about your body. So for persons who are not on the obese side, you obviously have a decent balance. I mean, body type still plays a huge part in that, but you obviously have a decent balance when it comes to your nutrition. So what you're eating, the amount of calories you're eating in a day is pretty much equal to the amount of calories you're burning.
Eating and burning.
Yeah, in a day. So that's your nutrition side. And the amount of physical activity you're doing, if you're not as active, we'll still get to that, but let's focus on your nutrition side now. So if you now decide to do a little bit of physical activity and you burn, say, 700, 800 calories, highly unlikely though, but you burn up to that amount in that 50 minutes of activity, and then you come back and you feel, oh, since I have done this much activity, I am feeling like I need to reward myself. And then you go crazy on your portions. You are likely to ingest 2 or 3 times the amount of calories you burn.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, you start beginning to see a pattern that appears to be that you are getting active, you're doing exercise, but now you're gaining weight. So it's just that you paid into your account more than you withdrew from the account. That's how it is. So when you get started, try to keep your diet pretty much the same way it was before you got started. You might feel the impulse to indulge some more. You might feel the craving for sugar, particularly if you had sugar as part of, like, when I say sugar, I mean soda now.
Yeah.
Particularly if you've had it as part of your diet in the past, you might feel the need to add up. Yeah, to just go crazy on it immediately after your workout. But you have to keep the discipline of You have to keep the discipline of not giving into that impulse. So that's what I'm going to say concerning that.
Beautiful, beautiful. You're saying everything. We've talked about the portion. We are seeing the power of this exercise. I don't know. Some of you still feel, I have to walk. So on one of those days we were reading our devotional here in church, I learned something, that the body needs rest. And we don't take it very serious. We just feel like, I mean, what's the essence of resting, Jerry? And nobody even sees the better meaning of rest. Probably rest for some persons will just be lying down to sleep for probably 4 or 5 hours and they are up. And sometimes even that sleep, they think they are sleeping, they're still up with other activities. They're not fully resting, right? So Coach Mike, tell us, we want to learn. This is like the beginning of it. Don't worry, you're still going to learn more from this show, but we need to touch the trinity of things, like he said. Yeah, we've talked about nutrition, we've talked about physical fitness. Now let's talk about rest. When we get all of this, then you will understand the power of the tree in this dimension. Yeah,
so rest is very important. When you sleep, your muscles tend to recover. Your muscles, you can't, if you're starting out a fitness lifestyle and you go to the gym, you lift heavy weights, in the first 24 hours, what you're going to have is a muscle breakdown. So if you don't rest, it's when you rest, that's when your muscles are growing. That's when they are healing. Yeah, so if you don't get enough rest, what you will have is you're going to have some muscles that are not healed, muscles that are not rested, and you're going to try to throw them back into the same process of breaking them down again. So obviously, that's going to have an adverse effect on you. You're going to feel so sore. In your second session, you'll be like, this is not for me. So even outside of a fitness lifestyle, it's advisable for us as humans to have about 8 hours of sleep in the day.
8 hours of sleep.
8 hours of sleep. I know our work schedule, day-to-day activities, most times won't allow us to get that much. Most persons can function with about 6 hours of sleep. But try to make sure that even if you're getting that much, you're not also impeding your health by subjecting yourself to so much screen time, because that's also going to mess up the should I say the chemical balance in your brain. So when you sleep, your muscles tend to recover. When you sleep, your brain gets a good reset. So you can't just say, oh, I'm good on the exercise, I'm good on nutrition, but your sleep pattern is messed up. No, it has to be all three. You have to get all three right.
Yeah, you have to get everything right. So you see the power of the tree. No, here in Holyhill Church, we just learned. So in this past few months, I know Peter taught us about the Trinity of Things, and even yesterday, we had a Bible master class, and he told us about the spirit, the water, and the blood. I don't know if you were around. It's on the last Bible master class. We talked about the spirit, the water, and the blood. That's the life of a wind. So now we are now learning in faith in motion. We're seeing the power of moving from what's it called? Sorry, your fitness, your nutrition, and also your rest. Those are the three things we're looking at. I want to encourage, if you've not gotten anything from this show, remember that Coach Mike has told us the power of nutrition, the power of fitness, and also the power of rest. If you've not been doing any of these, don't get too carried away with this in this festive season, because the season is here, December is here, and everybody wants to just catch all the fun and eat everything. One thing is certain, if you want to learn more from this show, please connect again to us every Thursday 5 p.m. That's when we come in to learn on this show. Coach Mike, is there something you want us to think of or to learn as we're rounding up the show today?
Yes, so if you look across scripture, you're going to see lots of verses that promises good health. So obviously that's, you just pretty much know the intention of God towards us as believers concerning our health. One of my favorites is with long life will I satisfy you.
Show you my salvation.
Yeah. So, but then I think it's, I don't know whether it's Pastor Landry Lex or Piston that said, with every biblical revelation, there is fiscal responsibility.
Yeah.
So for us, you have to know that concerning your health, the responsibility for you is to get active. It's to make sure that you are watchful of these three things I've mentioned. And the truth is, either by choice or by consequence, your physical health is going to become a priority someday.
Yeah.
So it's important that you get ahead of it. Abraham Lincoln famously said, the best way to predict your future is to create it. So if you don't make a conscious decision to get active, if you don't make a conscious decision to watch what you eat, if you don't make a conscious decision to have a good rest pattern, you're likely going to pay for it in your later years. So that would be my final thoughts.
So I am saying thank you so much for joining us today. This is your host. Please tell your guests that you will see them your next time.
Yes, so I'm going to see you here on Thursday by 5:30 p.m. every week. So till then, keep believing, keep your faith in motion.